Alright guys, well I know it's the middle of the week, but I've got some deals on some tools that I was really excited about, and I thought I would share them with you in the event that you might be looking for some tool deals for the gift giving season coming up. So anyway, stick around. Alright guys, in the event you are in the market for some tools, either for yourself or if you're looking for saving some money on a gift idea to get somebody into some cordless tools, this is some good deals that I found I'm really excited about, and I believe these to be like the killer deals of this season on cordless tools. So let's get into that. The first item has a big old long string of numbers behind it. I'm just going to put up the screenshot, and it is the Metabo compact. You can see how short it is here. Okay, that's a compact. The Metabo 1/2-inch drill driver with, it's got 24 speed clutch, drilling being one of those places. Very professional tool. Okay, this tool, the thing that I want to point out is that this tool is not your weekend warrior tool. It's not relegated to the DIY market. This is actually a pro level tool. This is a very, you're going to find this in a lot of professionals' toolboxes. Very good tool, 620 inch-pounds of torque, good RPM on both high and low speed. It does have a dual speed gearbox, a lot of pro features. Belt clip as well. If you are not in the Metabo ecosystem and want to get there, this is a good way to do it. Now they also have, for 80 bucks, they have the matching impact for this line in a separate kit, and that kit also is 80 bucks. And that is together, of course, $160 for a professional line of 18-volt tools. Like I said, you can look these up. A little background on this: the brand is Metabo HPT. The HPT actually stands for Hitachi Power Tools. Okay, so when you see that branding, it was only a while ago, it was only about a year ago, that Metabo had acquired the Hitachi line of tools. And so that's why they've rebranded all the American tools with Metabo HPT. So they are entirely different from the Metabo line. Okay, don't think, a lot of people seem to think that they have the Metabo name on and they should look and feel like the Metabo, like maybe just a different line of it. No, they're Hitachi tools through and through. Okay, in fact, the entire branding of the name, it was Hitachi Koki was the umbrella company that sold Hitachi tools, and so that's why the same tools in Europe are branded as Hikoki. Okay, so when you're looking up reviews, if you don't find exactly Metabo HPT, all right, you might find one on the original Hitachi tools, which was the American brand. You might find Metabo HPT, which is the American branding of it now, or Hikoki is the same thing, the exact same tools. Don't ask me why this is black. It doesn't seem like Metabo has a whole lot of black tools, or Hitachi for that matter. But as far as being a brushless drill, I mean, this is a pro quality tool. This thing is a beast. And, like I said, this is not something that you have to worry about getting for somebody and them thinking, it's like something you got off Amazon with a name nobody recognizes. I mean, this is a pro level tool. So anyway, that's that one. 80 bucks for each kit, 160 if you want both of them. And with that, of course, you're going to get 2 batteries. They're only 1.5 amp hour, but at least, again, you're getting into that Metabo ecosystem. So the next tool that I wanted to go over is this guy. Now, please don't scoff. There's a lot of tool snobs that will scoff at the Ryobi brand. This actually happens to be the new Ryobi HP series now, and that's in the branding. When you look at the brand, it's going to say, Ryobi HP. That stands for their high performance line of tools, and the high performance line is all brushless. Okay, so this is a brushless tool. That's one feature, about it. It does have a place to mount the belt clip, but the belt clip does not come with it. A lot of the professional end tools are actually not giving you belt clips now. You got to buy them separately, but it does have the place to mount it there, so that's good. You can buy these belt clips on Amazon and retrofit it if you wanted to. It does come with a 1.5 amp hour battery. I've got an extended run battery. This is 3 amp hour on here. But even their 1.5 amp hour batteries have fuel gauges on them. The same fuel gauge that you see here. So that's pretty cool. Usually you don't get that. You don't see that on the Metabo, do you? So that's a pretty cool feature. A couple of other things that make this stand out as a very pro tool. Okay, one thing that you have is this chuck. A couple of unique features about this. One is that this actually has a ratcheting locking chuck on it. Okay, so if you can hear this, okay, you hear that as I'm tightening down on it. That's what's happening, is you're able to ratchet on it, and when you do that, you tighten it down and then you back off like a quarter turn, and that locks the jaws on there so that they don't come loose. If it's just a standard key, those can always loosen up, but the ratcheting locking chucks actually help to really lock that sucker in. That's one pro feature about this. Another one is that if you look at this particular chuck, another thing, just watching it spin, and I know you can't see that from here, but this thing spins so true and so consistent. You usually get a little chuck wobble in there. But this thing, this is a nice chuck that they put on here. The other thing that it does is that this ring, okay, this outer ring that's metal, and you can kind of see that it's curved and very rounded, it spins. Okay, so I can hold that thing steady and it spins. Well, you say, well, why would it spin? That's actually a feature, and it's supposed to be like that. Okay, and to compare it and contrast it, if you look at another chuck, you see how this, let's see here, this is very sharp here and is very flat, and it does not spin. So the difference being that if you've got a bit in here and you're trying to screw into a cabinet or something like that, and you slip out, okay, something happens and you slip, you hit that cabinet, this is really going to do some damage, especially if this thing is turning. It's going to really do some damage on that cabinet, and then you're breaking out the wood filler and the stain to fix your mistake. But this helps to minimize that, having the rounded edge, and it spins. If that hits on your material, it will probably spin rather than grinding into the material, and that's why they do that. So that's another very professional feature. It does have a dual speed gearbox. It does not have the same power as the Metabo. It probably has half the power of the Metabo, but the reason why is because this is competing in the subcompact line of tools. And what subcompacts are is that just for a little background, because you might see that label on tools. Subcompacts are, usually if a pro wanted to save size and weight and didn't need the full power of a full-on 18-volt tool, they would often go with like a 12-volt line of tools. And a lot of manufacturers do those, right? The Milwaukee, Bosch, DeWalt, a lot of the manufacturers have 12-volt line of tools, and those are just so that, for the people that don't need the full power of 18-volt, and especially if they want to save on size and weight, because they're limited in that area. So people would buy the 12-volt tools. Well, what's happening now is that in the past couple of years, manufacturers have started to produce what are called subcompact tools. Okay, and what they are is they're full 18-volt tools. They take the same batteries as the rest of their 18-volt line, but they've scaled them back into smaller packages, and subsequently they will put out less power because you may not need that. But the whole purpose of a subcompact tool is to save size and weight and do all those things that a 12-volt tool does without you needing to maintain a dual ecosystem, without you needing to maintain a separate 12-volt thing. So with that in mind, I don't know how much life 12-volt tools really have in them if the manufacturers start to really expand their subcompact lines. And it makes sense to me, because that way you can invest in one battery platform and all your tools share it. So I don't know, that we can start a discussion about that. I'm curious about that. What is the life expectancy of the 12-volt lines of tools now that subcompacts are becoming more and more popular? You know, you might look at, for example, the DeWalt line, the Atomic line from DeWalt. That's their new subcompact tools. You know, and like I said, a lot of them have them. Makita has a subcompact line. It's a couple of years old. They're also black, like the Metabo. But so anyway, not to get off on too much of a tangent, $99 for the drill kit. Comes with 1.5 amp hour battery with fuel gauge and charger. $99, or for $140 you can get the kit with both impact and drill, and those are that comes with two 1.5 amp hour batteries. So depending on what you are looking for, I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong with either set. If you know somebody that's in one of these ecosystems, it might be worth it, you know, again, to pick up the tool for them, because even $80, even if they don't need the drill, the battery, I mean, you know, again, for $160 now, you know, $140 for this, or to step up $160 for full professional, if they need that full power that this guy's going to put out. Anyway, these are just two tool deals that I thought were great, and since they are going to maintain these prices for what looks like a little while, I thought I'd get this video out for you guys. I hope this was helpful, guys. Like and subscribe. You know, like I said, this is not usually along my normal vein of reviews, and it's not even really a review. It's more just a FYI. You know, like I said, I think if you're interested in these ideas for the gift giving, this is some time sensitive information here, so thought I'd get it out to you. So I'll talk to you later.